Girls in our communities leading the charge when it comes to breaking barriers in sports. And this hour, we are changing the topic a little bit with a special guest who has a program that empowers both male and female high school athletes. I want to send it over to Michelle Ludkin studio for more on that. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Liz. Thanks so much. We're so excited this morning because Rebecca Milliman is here with us today from Team Up Washington. Rebecca, thanks for stopping by this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's so exciting. She was just telling me that Team Up Washington just officially started last Friday, so we're her first stop, which is very exciting. And it's an amazing organization that kind of oversees two programs with two branches. The first is Athletes as Leaders, and the second is Coaching Boys into Men. So let's start first with the latter, Coaching Boys into Men. Rebecca, kind of walk us through what exactly is that program?
So Coaching Boys into Men is an evidence-based program that's geared at high school athletes, specifically who play on boys teams, that's actually facilitated by the coach himself. So he is trained by an advocate like myself, a violence prevention advocate, and then he goes on throughout the season to have these 12 weekly conversations with the athletes about healthy relationships, about handling aggression on and off the field, about consent, about healthy relationships, and it is geared to kind of fit within the sports season, and again led by the coach to kind of empower the athletes to be role models in the school for consent and respect and equity.
When did you first kind of see, or I should say not just you personally, but this program as a whole, see the need for this, especially in our athletic programs?
Well, the need really comes from the survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence. We serve them every day at Harborview. We have a mission to help them through their recovery, but we also have a strong mission to do something about ending this issue, before it happens in the first place, putting an end to domestic violence and sexual assault. And so these programs are really kind of one step toward doing that.
It's really amazing. And then on the other side of things, you guys have a program specifically for female athletes, for girls in high school, called Athletes as Leaders. What does that one focus on?
So Athletes as Leaders is similar and different. It's for athletes on girls' teams, and it's led by a team mentor. And sometimes that's the coach, sometimes that is another mentor, sometimes that is the team captains themselves. And so they're leading their team through also these weekly conversations around how to be role models in the school for consent and respect and equity, but also how to create a culture that's more supportive toward girls and women, how to challenge harmful gender stereotypes, and how to speak up for what's right.
And obviously people like you who have a professional background in all of this, it's so wonderful leading the charge to help teach people who don't, like myself if I was coaching or something, to how we can help our next generation deal with these kind of things. And now you were telling me that there's actually an opportunity for people to get involved as early as this summer when it comes to coaches, correct?
Yes. Our plan is to offer 3 annual trainings, so for fall, winter, and spring coaches. And so the first event is actually July 31st at CenturyLink, and it's going to be hosted by the Seahawks. And folks can actually sign up now at teamupwa.org. We'll also have an event for winter coaches in October, hosted by 710 ESPN Seattle. And then we'll have another one for spring coaches in February, hosted by the Seattle Mariners.
It's absolutely amazing to see these big organizations and professional sports getting on board.
Yes.
How do you think that's going to help the cause, that people see these pros stepping up for it?
It's huge. I mean, just like high school athletes tend to have social status in a high school, and that's one of the reasons why we want to target them with this information to be leaders. Can't say enough about the influence of college and professional sports in our culture. They are huge influencers. And so when we have them backing us and saying, hey, we're concerned about sexual assault and domestic violence as well, we believe these issues are preventable. And we're going to do our part in helping to make sure that that happens.
It's really remarkable. Obviously the goal, to end it completely, correct?
Right. That is our ultimate goal.
We hope we get there.
Yes.
Rebecca, thank you so much for coming in today and
it's
sharing
my pleasure.
this message. And now for people out there who want to learn more information, both from the coach's side or maybe parents who want to talk to their schools about getting involved with this program, how can they find out more information?
So anyone that has any connection to sports organizations or high school athletics, please tell them about this initiative, Team Up Washington, and you can find more information and sign up for the events at teamupwa.org.
Wonderful. Rebecca, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Liz, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Appreciate it, Michelle.